Hello, hi, welcome back to FryMinis. I'm Julie, and today I'm going to be streaming some Animal Crossing. Why? Because I can, and because I love Animal Crossing. So I bought a Switch in late 2019. It was kind of a Christmas gift to myself, and I exclusively bought it because I wanted to play Untitled Goose Game. I was super jazzed. I saw a lot of people I love playing it, and I was like, this sounds fun. I've never bought myself a gaming system before. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. It was a very exciting impulse purchase, an extravagant one for me at least. So I was super jazzed to get it, played through Untitled Goose Game in 6 hours, and then had this like $100-something device that I had nothing to do with, that I had like played a $20 game on. So I was extremely thankful to have Animal Crossing when the pandemic hit. I've already worked from home for years now, but not being able to go out, see friends, go to movies, whatever, Animal Crossing, especially during a really stressful time of the early pandemic, was hugely helpful. I loved it. I told my therapist after like a week of playing the game, like, well, I think this is going to be our last session because my anxiety's gone. I just like play this game and chill out. So I'm cured. Obviously I didn't do that. I still see her every week and she's great and I need her, but it's a soothing game. It's cool. There are like almost no objectives. There's only like one or two things that are optional that have a time setting to them that you have to worry about. I love this game, and I played it for more than a year. Hi, Eric in the chat. I hope that you're having a nice time. I played Animal Crossing for more than a year, and then I got kind of tired of it. So I was really delighted when the expansion came out, and at the least, the free update was really cool. I've enjoyed playing that. And then in talking with a friend over Thanksgiving, the paid update to do like island planning life, she said was really great and something I'd be interested in. And initially I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to spend the money to do it. Needless to say, I did, and I'm super glad that I did, and I'm enjoying the game all over again. So today I'm going to stream just for about an hour. Hey, Rivers. Hey, Josh from Dungeoneers Pack. Thanks so much for being here. I'm going to stream for about an hour just to show you a little bit of what the update is like. There are plenty of people who are going to have more expertise than I do, but I thought this would be a fun thing to do. It's not D&D on the channel. It's Animal Crossing on the channel, but I'm a multidimensional person. We have diverse interests, and one of mine is Animal Crossing. And I figured at the least I'm setting up a flare for other Animal Crossing fans. If you really enjoy that and already happen to be on the channel, join us on Discord. I'd love to hear about your island and what you're loving about the expansion, or answer any questions you have about why I'm excited to have it. So let's get going. All right. So first of all, this is my island. Hi. This is one of my newest residents. Her name is Twiggy. She's fine. Hi, DB. I'm so glad that you're here. Hi. Thanks for hanging out. Hi. I've already talked to Twiggy approximately 50 times today because I'm still trying to get her photo. Oh, yeah. And one of my residents recently moved, so I do have an empty spot on my island, just so you know. Shkrogro is the name of my island. I didn't realize when I set it up, I'd never played Animal Crossing before getting New Horizons for the Switch. So I didn't realize, like, as soon as I was setting up the game, I had to name my island. And so I did like a bird-themed Chicago kind of thing, because that's where we lived for a while and I really loved it. So anyway, that's the name of my island. Now you know. Island tour. Oh, not just an island tour, the new island tour. I would love to do a house tour at another time. It's not quite ready for guests yet, and I haven't decorated for Christmas. Okay, so if you don't know, Animal Crossing, you have this little island, their residents. It's super cute, and that's really all you need to know. What I'm going to do now is show you what the new paid expansion is. So first I know that it's snowing and I'm in like this cute little summer dress, but it'll all add up in a second. You go to the airport on your island. All of the flight crew are dodo birds, which I think is just so sweet. I don't know if you could hear the tune on my island, but it's guess it in the chat. So when you want to go to the expansion portion, you say, I want to go to work. I can set you up right now. You ready? Time for takeoff. Something that initially I loved about the game and then kind of annoyed me, and now I'm trying to just lean in and appreciate it, is that there are so many dialogue boxes and you can't really skip past them. I mean, you can button mash to go a little bit faster, but you just have to be patient, and like it forces you to slow down, which when you're assessing fossils for the 900th time, not that exciting, kind of annoying, but you can't fight it. I mean, there's nothing you can do. So it's a firm lesson in just waiting. So I'm now on the Paradise Planning Island is what I'll call it. I don't even remember the official name, but this is where you can do your work as an interior designer, which I'll get into in a second. Nico is this little lemur type creature who, when the expansion was announced, everybody just went crazy for Nico, this little guy. And then there's a walrus whose name I can't remember right now that everybody was just like, oh my God, I would die for them. I'm in that camp as well. I think they're adorable. So he assists you and takes you to all the different island homes that you get to design. So he's telling me to go see Lottie, who is the Tom Nook of this island. So you're on this tropical vacation island. You don't get to change much about it, although a recipe does appear every day. But even if you go to your inventory, you can't access most things. I did go swimming at one point, or diving rather, to see. Okay, I've never seen this resident before, and I love his tail. Okay, what? Oh, I did go diving. You can't catch any fish. You can't. There are no bubbles to like get anything when you go diving. So there's not. It's not a full like treasure hunting island, but there is a recipe here every day. Let's see what it is. I never read those. Woven Vines hat. That sounds really ugly. I can't wait to wear it. All right, so this is a recipe. If you don't know, you can collect part of the new free expansion that came out at around the same time as the paid expansion is food, which is really cool. I love cooking. I always loved cooking in The Sims, and this is pretty much no different. Pink hair! Great pull. Great pull, Eric. I've always loved cooking. It's one of my favorite things to do, and when I can do it in a video game, I get even more excited. I know that it's silly, but I just love it. I just do. So anyway, I've got lots and lots of recipes. I've played this game a whole lot, and something that I really like about it is that there have been no microtransactions. There's no like paid content you need to worry about. So, you know, when you have the game, you've got it, and you don't really need anything else. Forgive my controller for being a little bit sticky. We're kind of, oh, that's a hat. Oh, I don't care for that at all. Anyway, now we've seen it. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, I don't love having to do like paid upgrades or anything like that, so that you paid for the game and had more than a year worth of playtime out of it. Love that. And then with this little expansion, getting even more love out of the game, I've been really happy with it. Okay, so on the island, on this side of the island, it's not like people can go anywhere, but this happens to be where residents are of the homes that I've already designed. So when you come here, you get set up with Lottie as a little interior decorator to design residents, well, NPCs, they're all animals, Animal Crossing, to design their vacation homes. So each one has a different something that they want in mind. They tell you a couple little pieces that they want in their home, and then you get to do the work of designing it to kind of realize their vision. So on this side are the people whose homes I've already designed. So I'm going to talk to Ketchup here. Oh my gosh, so cute and so little. So you can see once you design a home, you take a photo of it, and that's part of like the Happy Home Academy, and also so you can remember what home you did. Taking photos of the homes isn't the easiest thing in the world to do, so I'm not going to say I'm great at it. But you get a little reminder of the home that you did for her. She wanted a tomato themed home. So she's got a little kitchen that I made for her. Anyway, when you talk to them on this side of the island, the first time after you've designed their home, you talk to them, they usually give you an item, a wallpaper or rug or flooring or something like that. Sometimes it's even something that you put in their home. So you do get free gifts. Ketchup is a great name. And then if you want to go, you can visit their homes. I don't really care to do that, so I'm just going to tell her just here for a chat. All right. So there are a couple little locations on this island that as you build more vacation homes, get more residents here as kind of a landing spot before they go to their vacation home, you get to build up infrastructure on this main island. So the first thing you get to do is design a school. You get to pick kind of some of the decor on the outside, but not design the whole building or anything like that. It's kind of limited. You can choose the colors and then whether it's got like wood framing or stone on the outside. And then you get to design the school. So this is one of the things that I did that did have a couple requirements, including the bathroom. I like my TV shows and video games to not have bathrooms. I just think, it's a part of life we don't really need to have included here. I don't have to eat to survive in this game. I don't need a potty to survive in this game. But it was required, so that's why that's there. Anyway, there's a school. There's my newest thing that I built is the hospital. I don't want to go in there right now, but you get to design a little hospital where healthcare is free, as it should be. And then you also get to design a cafe and a restaurant. And every day when you go into the restaurant, if you head to the back for the main chef, you get a free recipe. And it's always for food, not for a built item. We'll do this, and then we'll get to the true vacation home designing. Just wanted to give you a lay of the land. You also get to choose the staff and name the facility. So I called this Seaside because I'm very creative. So this is the dining area. Little residents come and go. I love the wallpaper designs that have windows built into them. That kind of natural light is really great. And something I don't like about this game is that even if you expand a room, you still only get like one window on the west and one window on the east wall. And that's the best that you can get unless you fake it with wallpaper. I'm living on an island. I want lots of natural light. Anyway, this is the chef. Yes, I do need you, Lucy. Give me a recipe. I don't already have brown sugar pound cake. I have come to the right pig, Lucy. Snoink. The sound you hear is this deep fryer. That was important to me to have in the kitchen. All right, I'm going to learn that recipe. Yum. Also, I would like some brown sugar pound cake IRL. So, Eric, if you're watching, something to think about. Okay. Thanks for the free recipe, folks. I also love the little gibberish that all the NPCs speak in. Okay, so what do you do in this game? You work, but it's fun. So this is Paradise Planning main offices. We're going to talk to Lottie the otter, who, as I mentioned, is the Tom Nook of this island. You can buy some special items that, just like in Nook's Cranny on your regular island, rotate through every day. These boxes of chocolates you can buy, and then if you give them to your residents, they'll say like, oh, you must really like your job a lot. Sometime I'd like to see that island. And then you can bring them with you to the island and then design a vacation home for them. It doesn't move them off of the island. It just kind of creates a copy of them, which I love about this game. So you I have a little Pashmina here who's my very favorite resident who I've had from the start. I brought her to the island so I could design a vacation home for her. So she's here. She was actually in the school that we saw earlier, and she's still on my island all the time. So that there are 2 Pashminas in the world makes me really happy. I don't know if you can do it a second time, like design a second vacation home and make as many copies of Pashmina as possible. Something to think about. This is the walrus everyone seems to love. Wardell, Wardell. I'm gonna run upstairs just to show you what it's like up there. For a little while, you get some quests to donate materials to this little box here. That's for the little lemur. He likes Nico. He gets really creative with DIY. He is a good walrus. He gets creative with DIY, and if you donate the materials into the box, he'll build some counters, high counters, low counters, and columns, and then he'll give you the recipes for them. So you have a little workbench here to do DIY if you'd like. You can, after a couple vacation homes, you have your full selection of DIY created items available as you're designing a home. So as he gives you new recipes, you can craft them here and then have availability in the homes that you're designing. You have access to your home storage, which is great. You can get things out or put things away. And you have access to your wardrobe, so you can change your clothes. If your island is snowy and you're here and it's hot and you care about your character's clothes like I do. Oh my God, look at him. Oh, he's a manatee, not a walrus. Totally my mistake. The tusks. Yeah, my mistake. And Wardell the walrus seems right. You can custom order things from him. I don't care to, so I'm just going to say 3 dots. And then I guess we're friends, because that's a weird way to end a conversation. All right, Lottie is your boss. You talk to her. You're looking for some work. I'm ready to work. If you say, let's talk about facilities, then you can make some changes to the cafe and the restaurant. But I'm just going to go to work and we're going to design a home together. You change into your work outfit. You do get a selection of what you'd like to do. Lottie-the-yaddy. All right. You get to choose from, you could wear her dress or his shirt and a variety of pants, but this is the outfit that I've chosen. And you get a little clipboard and then you head out to the beach. Excuse me. And now everybody who's out here has these little thought bubbles over their head of the type of vacation home that they'd like to have. Okay, I might need to come back to that one because I don't understand a drink-themed design challenge. Period dramas. Too much of a challenge for me. I don't want to do that. I had one who I thought was a really cool client and he wanted like a samurai themed house. And I don't know how to do any of that stuff. So some of these are tricky and some of these are just really, really fun. And there's no right or wrong answer, right? Like they give you a list of items that you have to have incorporated into your design. But if you set those 3 things on the floor and walked away, there would be no penalty. You can't really mess it up. A secret base. That's a cool design theme. Spend as much time outside. I don't care about that. And I've already designed a home for this little person. He was also a celebrity chef. All right. I'm going to do a place to get your favorite drink. Hi, Tanya. Oh, I'm so glad that you're here. Thanks for hanging out. Okay. So this person wants to never run out of their favorite drink. Tammy. Okay. So you get to tell them, yes, I design vacation homes. Très chic. Oh, elle parle français. I love her winged eyeliner. So they pretend like you didn't read their thought bubble. And then you get to have a little design consult. Squee! You're the best. I agree. Thanks, Tammy. Oh my gosh, I love her energy. Look at her little feet. Okay. This is part of kind of the procedure. They show you house of free refills, things that she'd like. Oh, she doesn't even want cool drinks. She just wants water and espresso. So, okay. So those are two things that you're going to have to incorporate into your design. And then I choose the island where I want to make this home. So each little head here is a home that I've already designed. I've done, I hit my like 20th road mark or something, so you're welcome. You can see that each one has the peak season across the top there. So this one's peak season is summer and it's clearly desert themed. There's an icy island. There's just an open field. I do want Tammy to dream bigger. Thank you. I'm going to get her some better beverages. Some cool vines and this glowing moss, which were part of the free upgrade. That's a cool design feature. It's not weeds. It doesn't count against your island credit, but it's glowing moss and you can craft with it. A pretty little waterfall place. I don't know where some people want to spend time outside or plant vegetables and stuff like that. So the outdoor area is really important. I believe that you can actually choose the same location for multiple residents. Like you can reuse this exact property for multiple different clients. But at this point, I'm just trying to get all of them completed to see whether that does anything. So I think we'll send her, it doesn't particularly matter. Let's do this one because I said so. Her red eyes are intense. The winged liner I like, but the red eyeballs, good for her. So after you've designed a certain number of homes, you can decide to do 1 floor or 2 floor. For time today, I'm just going to do 1 floor, but it works largely the same as when you get a 2nd floor on your home. There's a stairwell, then you go up, and then there's a room. Thankfully, the client always says, like, 1 floor, 2 floor, that's an idea. What do you think? And you never have to do either one. You always get to pick. A little note about my name. It's a town in France. That's one of my go-to names for like video game characters. And again, I had never played any Animal Crossings before I started playing this game during the pandemic. And I got all these warnings that were like, don't share your name with other people and protect your privacy, which I later realized were for children. But when I started playing with all of my real life friends and everybody had their own name and I had like a made up character name, I felt silly. But now you know. Thankfully, no resident has ever gotten to the island that I picked and been like, you know what, this one sucks. I quit. So positive vibes only, as always with this game, which is another thing I love. Okay, so one of the huge perks about this feature, you can't do this on your own island outdoors, but here they have like the design functionality outdoors. So you don't have to individually dig holes to plant flowers like you do on your island, or like place a chair and then spin it 4 times with your body to try to get it just right. You get kind of the top-down view of whatever you'd like, which is a major upgrade. Thank you for the super chat, FryMinis, aka Eric. That's so nice of you. Thank you. Does the notification still work? Hope so. Good testing. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is change the outside of her home. You get a bunch of different cute little options, including this teeny tiny one. Doesn't affect the inside of the house. But there's some cool designs, and then you get to further customize it. I think this one's cute. This one feels beachy to me, so I'm going to stick with that. You get a couple different roof options, just like you do with your own home at a certain point in the game. And then I love the two-tone exterior for this type of home. I just think that's super fun, and she seems like a fun kind of gal. So I especially love this mint green exterior. Honestly, that one's my favorite, but we'll go for something a little more chill for her. Let's do an all green home, shall we? Ugh. Better. And then you get to choose the wreath on the door. I just love that. Okay. So you can do that, and then you get, you can now use furniture, items provided from Nook Shopping. Great. So now I have even more items to filter through when I'm designing a home. You can see this first tab in the top that says order. These are the things that she wants that are most interesting to her. Although, again, you only have to place the ones that are right here with a little checklist, not checked yet. So there's that, but you have full access to like every DIY you've ever done and a bunch of items that I've never seen on my own island. So every time you design a house, if the order comes with something new, so for example, if I had never designed a house that needed a water cooler before, the next house that I go to, I'll have access to that and everything else that I've ever had access to in a home, even if I didn't use it. So it's cool. It gives you a lot of options and you don't always have to just use the same like double sofa that I have for the only couch in my own home. So, or cute sofa. So it's great to have some options. Okay, I might have to play this again. This seems fun. I'm not trying to tell people what to do with their lives, but I think you would really like it, DB. I just do. You can plant trees. I really like this decorated one, even though it's not wintertime here. I just think the lights are really pretty. So I think I'm going to give her that one. And I'll probably give her some fruit trees because if she wants beverages all the time, she should be able to make some fruit juices, don't you think? So the outdoor doesn't really matter. There are usually few requirements for it, and there's not a lot of room for trees here. So sorry, she's not going to get the lighted tree. Oh, okay. There's not enough room for all the trees that I want to have in her life. All right, so you get this. Fine, and then something also awesome is if I hit the left button here, you can change what season it is. So it does give you, can you add or remove land? You cannot add or remove land. Good question. So that's part of kind of the, if I had chosen a different place for her instead of this specific location, there would have been more land for her. You can, the different lot sizes that are available, but you can't change the way that the island works or looks or anything like that. You can change the season though. This is the recommended season of summer. Totally fine by me. And you get to change the lighting and the weather. So if you want it to always be precipitating here, it will be. And you can change it so that it's like early evening. And I'm not much of a lighting scheme designer, but I think that's a cool feature to have. And even the different shades of darkness and shadows in the nighttime. Like it's not just morning or night. Look at the little shadows going across. That kind of morning time is really pretty. All right, that's what we're going to do. So you can for sure add... Tammy's not going to get like the best house in the world because for speed, I think I've already been streaming for half an hour and I haven't even really gotten started. So you can add paths. You can add a fence on most islands or in most vacation homes. This one, it would just take up more square space and I wouldn't have enough place to put more trees for her to be able to make her fresh pressed juices. So I'm not going to do that. Her outside isn't going to be the best, but you can place furniture and all kinds of stuff. You can draw a little path in the dirt like you can on your island. But let's just head into the house. Once you get inside, the two things that she's requested are there. So these have to be incorporated into your design, as I said. But you don't just have to have this size room. Once you go into designer mode, and I think you get this after a couple, like after you've designed one or two homes, it might not be immediate, but you can change the dimensions of the room, which is awesome. So although she's only got a 1-story house, I could do a 10 by 10 space, which is like bigger than any of the residents on my actual island. I'm not going to do too huge of a space. I should also say, I'm going to have fun and do a nice job for Tammy, but you can go back and like change the design on a home. So if I feel like I don't do her justice for time limits today, Tammy's going to be taken care of. Just kind of like when you're a demo model on one of those like hair and makeup shows and they really mess it up, but then the professionals off camera fix it for you. I'll fix her house off camera as needed. Okay. So you can change the size. I'm going to go with that. We're going to do kind of like a casual space on the left and then more of like a kitchen space on the right so that she's got a place to sit and just drink all of her beverages. It would be an obvious choice to put a potty in here because if she's drinking all these beverages all the time, she probably needs to pee a lot, but I'm not going to do that. Water cooler, is she running a small business? That's a great question, Jameson. We discussed earlier, I don't know why she wants a water cooler. It's sad. She wants a place to drink beverages, and it's sad. So you can't turn on and off the only 2 windows ever available in the room. I don't know why you would do that. And then you can change the entryway tile so that it matches your floor design a little bit better. Which, again, a nice little something. Water cooler is the potty. Okay, you can also set a lighting color scheme inside the house and set the dimness or brightness that you want for it. I usually just keep it white because she's not clubbing. And then a new thing after so many houses is the manatee, Wardell, manatee. Sorry, buddy. You can add sound effects. I don't know how that's city. Oh, there's... I don't design spooky houses. At one point in the hospital, you had the option to like put a tattered doctor's coat on your person. That's not my style game. I want things to be nice all the time. So she didn't say she wanted windows, water cooler only. You have the option to design spooky things, but nothing. Thankfully, there's nothing in the game that's like bloody or anything like that. People can and should do whatever they want. That's just not how I play the game. So the squeaky floors is never a sound effect that I'm going to be using. Okay. So I've got the 2 things that she wants. I can customize them further, but let's set up the casual side of her house first. I don't really know what she's into because she hasn't given me any sense of her design except for a corporate water cooler for her small business and a very fancy espresso machine. So I'm just going to use my favorite stuff, which, oh, this boxy stool is really cute. We're going to put one of those in there. No matter whether you've ever seen this in your home or not, you get full access to every color and every customization available and as many items as you want. There's no budget. You don't have to cheat code motherload in it or anything. So you have access to absolutely everything. Excuse me, a new sloppy sofa. Oh, I meant to customize that. I'm not going to actually give her the sloppy sofa because I think she deserves better. And then you get to change the discarded clothing on it. A fax machine! Maybe should we make her a little office? We'll make her a little office. A little, instead of the casual side, we'll give her like a workspace. Maybe she runs her own like WeWork. Cubicles, bad lighting. Okay. All right. We'll do that. Okay. Let's do like the little shared kitchen that places tend to have that's really not all that great. Okay. Let me remember where. So in other is where I mentioned earlier, little Nico designs different countertops and cabinets. So we're going to give some low, simple counters. She seems to like the color purple, but that can be a tricky color to design with. So I'm going to go white because that seems to be what a corporate office would give you. We'll kind of... you can duplicate things really quickly by just hitting the ZR. So I don't have to keep looking for these things, which can get really annoying. And you can change your view here. We're going to add a very corporate-y system kitchen here. So again, it's great that I have access to everything that I've ever DIY'd and all the previous stuff and now to stuff from the Nook store, but there's so much scrolling that has to happen. Okay, we will block the door there and then corporate water cooler for people to be able to stand around and talk, and then we'll add in some more. So also I've put in like standard counters and these low counters, including in Ketchup's house, and she's too short for the, like, you'll see at the end when you're done, they do like a little video of them standing in their room from a bunch of different angles, and like you can't see Ketchup anywhere because she's just behind the counters because she's so short. So we'll try to give a couple more options here. All right, cubicles and bad lighting. Oh, speaking of just, I want to get ahead of myself here. You've always had the option for wall-mounted things. So portraits, iron wall lamps, stuff like that. But part of the update, but not just the expansion, as far as I understand it, is ceiling decor. So now you can hang lights from the ceiling, which is awesome, because always having to find space on the floor for a light has been really annoying. So that you get different hanging lights is incredible. And I am going to add some bad lighting at the request of DB. We'll do silver. I like things to be kind of symmetrical. So, all right, the bad lighting has started, and then we'll add some in the kitchen as well because we can. We'll do that really nice overhead lighting that everybody looks good in. Cool. Let's choose some wallpaper that really bums us out. Again, Tammy, you know, I'll do right by you. Can we get a supply closet for Stables and Coffee? I'll see. I'll see about adding some in-office shelving. Not sure that I can guarantee that one. I do have, because I designed an office space previously, some basic walls that actually are cubicles, and something that you get later in the game after you've designed a couple things is you get a partition wall. So it'll just repeat whatever pattern you already have on the main wall. You can also do accent walls. So you can have, once you rotate your view to whatever wall you want, you can set just one wall to be an accent, which is pretty cool. An airplane wall is a little... I think these office walls are almost a little bit too nice. So I'm going to stick with the basic wall here. But we're getting... Driver, do put up the partition, please. I don't need to see Yonsei designing houses in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Paradise planning. Okay. We'll do... I'm actually not going to do those because I do have those like sad little not to the ceiling cubicle walls. So let's find some desks and desk chairs to use. This is a den chair, but that's clearly for the boss. I think there's like a little... There you go. Oh, this old school office chair is exactly what you would have in a place that wants a water cooler. Oh. See, but she loves it. You know what I mean? You have to deliver for the client, as anyone in a customer-facing industry will tell you. All right. There are lots of different table options, which I find very helpful, especially before I had countertops. It was nice to be able to not have a kitchen that was just like a stove and a sink and no workspace. It's all silly, right? But if you're going to do it well is the way that I feel about it. So having a lot of different table options has been helpful. And I had one like cephalopod. It was an octopus, like the regular octopus style creature that they have, but it was a robot. Cephalobot, I think is what it was. And he wanted like a space themed alien robot kind of thing. So I have some cool alien designs that I won't put here, but just know that they're a lot of awesome customization options. Office desk. I mean, let's just stick with it. I am going to give this office space some greenery. I find myself tucking plants into the corners of most of my homes. I don't know if that's like a cheap design trick or like fallback, but I do it a lot, just so you know. It's one of my fatal flaws. See, like so much stuff to filter through. Oh, a wedding flower stand. That would be super reasonable. We're gonna do blue. See, she's so happy. Even though this is like a sad little office. Are there wobbly versions of furniture? Not wobbly versions. If there were, I would definitely be putting them here. So unfortunately, no. There are just some sloppy ones, which is new to me. And I think that might have been new from Tammy because I've seen in my own, like one of my residents gave me a messy couch or something like that. So I I don't know if that's part of her. Well, let's check her order if that's her style. No, her style is actually cool. That's what she wishes were here. But joke's on you, Tammy. And it doesn't even have to be a house, right? So we're designing an office kind of space. But we could have, oh, she needs a fridge, huh? To keep all of her bevs cool. You could do a kitchen, like a work kitchen. You can do, I did one that was like a photo shoot house for the JCPenney's catalog. And you can just have fun with it. You don't have to have a bed and a bathroom and all that kind of stuff. So I get pretty excited. Okay, so wobbly versions, no. Messy versions, yes. These people are going to be in the 2022 office environment where they're face-to-face with no divider for better collaboration. All right, let's choose some flooring. I didn't do that. Okay, I love Turkey Day flooring, by the way. I know that it's just for Turkey Day, but I love it. It's one of my favorite floorings to use. Just so you know. Spooky flooring. Got that from Jack for doing Halloween quests. I played this game a lot. Just saying. Patient ward flooring. That's soothing. Okay, I hate to do this to you, but I need to take a 2-minute break because although people don't use the potty in the game, I timed my beverage consumption poorly. So I will be right back. Hello, I'm back and so very professional. Thank you for waiting. Okay, great. Choosing flooring. Let's do it. Oh, I just got this flooring, which I think was meant for, what did they want? It wasn't a hotel or a movie theater, but this lobby flooring is exactly what perfectly described, perfectly named. Marine pop flooring is actually one of my favorites. It's so busy and dizzying, but I love it, and it's not quite like as sad as you maybe need for an office. Stripe, maybe? Tile. I think monochromatic tile, maybe colorful tile, if they are going to be like we're a cool place to work and we have drinks on Fridays kind of place. I don't know. What do you think? People weigh in the chat what kind of flooring it should be, whether it's carpet, something bright, regular old blue rubber flooring, which feels particularly sad. You know, let me know what you think. Oppressive concrete. Oh, magic circle flooring. I think this is a recipe of mine and I don't remember getting it. Just concrete flooring. All right. It's in here somewhere. Oh, this is part of the robo flooring. The robot house. I do love pirate flooring. I'm getting bogged down in the decision. Soviet design is always so chic. Well said, Eric. All right, concrete. Hope decreases productivity. Y'all are a lot in the best way. Concrete flooring. Done. All right. This is coming together. I think this co-working space probably has a plant on their desk, even like a little sad one. Oh, I don't remember carnations being in here before. We'll have little, let's do the succulent because it comes in a tin can that you can create on your own with weeds and a can that you pull out of the water when you go fishing. So you know it's a little bit sad. Let's set them up with some computers. They don't get laptops, they get desktops. Oh, Tammy, please don't give us a bad score. I don't think they give you bad scores, actually. Okay. I think this is kind of coming along. Maybe we move the water cooler to be like literally standing around the water cooler and not in the kitchen itself. No, that messes with my floor plan. Okay. Now I'm just going to go not really make any sense and set a bunch of drinks out on the counter. Aren't these so fun? So part of the update, but not the expansion, and the recipes that you can make, whether you pay for this version or not. Fruit and kind bars, I love. Kind bars for the ladies. What was I saying? Oh, part of the update and the recipes that you get to make are everybody has different fruits on their island, and then you also get to plant produce. So carrots and pumpkins you could already do, potatoes and tomatoes. And so part of like now you get recipes for little juices, which are so cute in their little mason jars. All right, I have now peppered juices and other fancy beverages everywhere. This person has one at their desk because they're working through 5 o'clock party time. I will put out a fruit basket. I've just got too many beverages. You know what I mean? Let's put one at everybody's desk. Well, not the person with the plant, because I do feel pretty strongly about that. Lol. Hang in there, kitty poster. Oh, the poster selection is actually quite sad. I get kind of disappointed. Also, I've never worked in a corporate office, if you can't tell. So I appreciate all of these suggestions from Eric. Oh, and this fridge, the double door fridge, you can't set stuff on top of. So I'm going to have to get the sad white fridge in here, which does feel more fitting. I've never worked in a corporate office, and I have worked from home for many, many years. So I'm appreciating Eric's input here on all the cliches. Well, while I'm here, so you do get a couple different options, whether you want a wall or not, to have kind of private spaces. When I designed the hospital, I got a hospital screen, which I wouldn't put in a home, but bamboo partitions, the imperial one, the mermaid screen, some things that you're used to, but also these wooden partitions, which are pretty cool because it gives you like a quasi-private space, and you can set things on this little shelf here, so it's organizational and not just a divider. So I do appreciate those in other designs. Okay. Oh, office screens. Short, simple panel, simple panel. The short, simple panel actually is short, but simple panel is cubicle walls if I ever saw one. I don't think the bars are quite accurate enough for what we're going for here. There are also little clothing racks. You could design a little boutique if you wanted. There's ranch-style kitchenware. Oh, we got to get the copier in here, too. Oh, my gosh. I should have put everything in and then started. Where was the copier? Did I scroll past it? What was I looking for? The fridge! The white fridge! Oh, my gosh. There's so much going on, and I'm so excited about all of it. And we're scrolling. And we're scrolling. Plastic. Oh, that's a clothing organizer, though. The file cabinet. That seems important. Tall file cabinet. We'll pare down later. Okay, we're into the kitchen. But then the refrigerator is someplace else. There's the copier. I'll go back for that fax machine, Jameson. Hang on just a second. I got a text message that seems important. It's a photo of my nephews. But it came from my brother-in-law, and he doesn't text me very often, so I was worried that something had happened. But no, it's just delightfulness. Okay. Did I want to put the juice? No. This juice will go on the counter, and this is where a fruit basket is going to go, which is something you can craft in the game, which I have crafted. Look at all this food I've made, by the way. Gnocchi, spaghettis, ramen, curry, pizzas, fish, pretzels. Okay. This beautiful little dessert tray I didn't get to make, but it was part of the one of the homes that I designed. And I love it so much. Okay. Has everyone seen the fruit basket and I just totally missed it? Oh, I also love this infused water dispenser. It's one of my favorite items in the game. It's a DIY. There was the fruit basket. I was too busy talking about the dessert tray. All right, so instead of beverages, let's set out just this infused water cooler. Even though she only wanted the sad one, I'm going to show her that life can be better and that she deserves more. All right. Let's set up the file cabinet back here, I think. Making copies. You're welcome. Okay. And then I'm wondering if I can set the fax machine on top of this low file cabinet. And then sometimes I shouldn't have done the lights because sometimes it's hard to view top down when the ceiling stuff is in the way, but we'll get over it. Where am I going to fit this? Maybe that becomes part of the divider there. Well, this person still has to get into their desk, huh? So that's not going to work. I know, watching me make these decisions isn't the most fun part of the game, but I appreciate you sticking with me. And then once, I'll finish this up pretty quick because I see it's been almost an hour. And then you'll get to see kind of what happens after you're done designing the home and that you get paid. And you don't get paid in bells, you get paid in a different currency that's only good on the island because, of course. One thing I am going to do, I don't have a hang in there kitty poster, but seeing the plates of fish reminded me that everybody loves the coworker who microwaves fish. So I will set one of those out. Grilled sea bass with herbs. Perfect. No fish microwave. I make the same thing for lunch every day at home in real life. It's lemon spaghetti and chicken nuggets, preferably dino chicken nuggets. I'm not a child. We don't have children. I just think that they taste best. And Eric doesn't really like the smell of it. I don't really think it smells. I mean, it's spaghetti with lemon and butter and chicken nuggets. And for a while I did breadcrumbs and cheese and, you know, some accoutrements. But over time you get lazy, you know? Anyway, so I am that coworker, but I don't microwave fish. Let's just stagger these a little bit so that... Yeah, I think that's kind of oppressive cubicle-y. Something I do like is that you can come out of design mode and still walk the space so you can be sure that you can actually fit. And a new feature is that it will let you like scrunch between spaces. So whereas before the upgrade, I mean, my head is literally going through the wall here, but that's fine. Before the upgrade, you just wouldn't have been able to walk here, but now you can squeeze in different spaces, which is nice. Thank you for saying it looks great for just an hour. I mean, there's not a lot of challenge of like blending different design styles going on here. It's kind of, you know. Anyway, let's put up one morale poster. I do like to have something on the walls. Oh, the fax machine. Okay, hang on. It's probably in miscellaneous, right? I would hope. Okay, then we're getting into food. Do. Okay, electronics. A sampler, is that like a music board? I'm a YouTuber, don't worry about it. one of those sad rotary phones. I've never been in an office with a rotary phone, but when I did work in an office, I did have one of those Cisco phones, which seems very fancy, but it was a nonprofit. They were donated. That I love that you can see the phone that you have on TV. They really have a monopoly on office phones. I could have had an iron shelf or a tool shelf, but I don't think staples or staplers can be part of the game, or it's not something I've unlocked yet, Eric. I'm sorry to say. And I don't think there's a way to search even. Okay. Beds. Simple panel. Workbench. Food stuff. Lights. Oh, I'm looking. Weird office things. Maybe we should add like a sad wall air conditioner. I've enjoyed this lighted display stand, by the way. You can set like a decorative plate or something on top of it, or even just, you know what, I haven't done clothes, but there's some really cool little things in here to design silly spaces or piratey spaces. I've had a lot more fun than I expected. So shout out to Katie for telling me to do the dang thing and get the paid expansion. It's been well worth it. There it is. There it is. Okay. See how excited Tammy is about the fax machine? And also, while you're designing a space before you take a photo, you can move the little person wherever you want, and you can change their clothes. So if you want them to have them, oh, wow. If you want them to have an outfit that matches the space a little bit better, you can. Something to really make her red eyes pop. Yep, that looks right. Okay. And also, you know, business professional. Okay, something on the walls. And then we'll wrap this up. So they do have, bulletin board. Classic, right above the copier. And you can customize that. Yeah, let's make it bright. And have a photo of people, because every office always tries to show you how their people love working there. All right. Oh, and a clock. I always put a clock over the door. A plant in the corner and a clock over the door. That's Julie's signature design. Ooh! I didn't previously have access to all the art that I've donated to the museum. I only had 2 pieces of art. So this is good, being able to have more things. And you do get photos of every Paradise Planning person you've designed for. And it seems like all the portraits of like residents that you've earned too, because I haven't done a house for Marina, which shout out to our friend Britt, who gave me Marina when Marina was ready to move off of her island. She knows how much I love octopuses. So she like had me come over and collect Marina and invite her to my island, and she's still there. So thanks, Britt. Love Marina. What was I doing? Oh, clocks. I'm not usually this like disorganized. Y'all know that, right? I'm just having a nice time with my friends. Just having a snack with my gal pals, my girlfriends. Okay. Good. Okay. We didn't get into it at all, but you can. There are options for rugs. You can, of course, hang clothes and stuff on the walls, but they've got some great rug options. Octopus Club, please. Hey, SWAT cat. Okay. Including some cow print rugs, which is curious to me. You can't cook like a hamburger on this island. And the only meat products you can get are like fish, which you can't have a fish resident, but that you can have a cow rug is like, okay. Anyway, all right, so that's the design process, inside and outside. When you're ready, you do have to take a photo. Oh, and you can change the lighting inside too. So turn off the lights, turn it to yellow, just like you can in your house. Blue lights, I think this space probably calls for yellow. Oh, and then you can also have it set to the lighting concept that you determine in, let's set the entryway to be concrete as well. And then the lighting colors here. So you can have that as an option when you come into the home. It doesn't all have to be this color light. That yellow. Oh, too neon. You know what I mean? Might have to buy this game for my lady. It's really fun, SWAT Cat. I think you're just joining us. Welcome. Glad you're here. I didn't plan to get it. And then my friend was like, no, but you would love it and you really should. And she was absolutely right. And it's been a very good use of my time. Okay. She loves her little bevs. I'm going to have her sitting at a desk because that seems appropriate. And then once you're done with the design, you get to take your little photo. House of Free Refills. Oh, and you don't have to be in it. You can be, but you can make yourself disappear, which I always do because, you know, it's the client's home. And also working in communications, I like to be invisible. Photo taken. Great. And then once you're done, you can do this little kind of cutscene thing inside or outside or in the upstairs or in the downstairs. It doesn't matter. But when you tell them they're done, they do this little cutscene to kind of marvel at their home. And then we'll wrap this up. Oh, Chimpy. Oh, and you can, I forgot. I chose to only do a one story. I want all the Employee of the Month photos. That's all Tammy. Okay. I mean, you're right. I'm going to tell her it's not quite ready yet. Okay. Employee of the Month photos should probably go in the kitchen. And, oh, let me go back into design mode. Oh, this is brilliant, DB. You're so smart. Okay. I don't know what order these appear in. I'm looking for her. There she is in her little hula top. Oh. Thanks, Eric. Okay. I can't put up like, you can't put anything in type as, I know DB knows, but just for, if I could put up a little sign that said Employee of the Month, I would. Yeah, let's take over this wall too. This way she's kind of looking at her own face, but we know what these mean. 12 months of Tammy. That's all I've ever wanted. Okay. I love that. I'm so glad you said that. Okay. The brain space, the collective brain space is incredible. Oh. All right. Gonna go talk to her and tell her the design is done. As you saw in the little chat dialogue, you can add a second story once you get there, but we're just gonna say it's ready. Sweet. I've been waiting for this, Chimpy. She's so cute. I'm so happy. You did amazing. Oh my gosh, she's so sweet. They always are. This game is only about feeling good. Okay. Shh. Just enjoy. Yeah. That's it. And sometimes there's stuff in the way, like a copier, and you can't even see the person who you're supposed to get a photo of, and it's really weird. Aw. Then you have the option to hang out, to take some more photos if you'd like. I never care about that. So you just politely say, I gotta head back. No worries. And as I said, you can go back to revisit the home, to redecorate the home. There's a place where you can like add a roommate to the home. So you can suggest to one of the existing residents who you've already designed a home for, like, hey, do you want a roommate? And then you get to kind of redesign and adapt. All right, so I finished the job. Nico brought me home. Well, back to the office. So Pokey is the currency here. It's not bells, it's Pokey. And I don't really know why. And it's dumb. But it's fine. And you get paid more over time. So when you first start out, I think it's like $5,000 per house. And then you get paid a little more and paid a little more, whatever. You can keep going. You can just do another client's house. I'm going to stop for now. And then at different points throughout, like little kind of story milestones, that's when she'll say like, oh, we've got enough residents that you can design the cafe or you can design the restaurant and things like that. So you get to build little pieces. And right now we're not just building out infrastructure, including a hospital because she got a tummy ache at one point. Spoiler, sorry. But Nico's setting up, we're trying to have a concert. So I think it's another like KK slider thing, which if you played through the regular game, that's one of the goals that you aim for. So there's some scaffolding out on the beach because we're getting ready for a concert. And Nico does all of that work, but you get to still do like the permanent buildings and things like that. So I haven't done everything. I'd be a little bit embarrassed if I had, because I already designed like a house a night, and I usually spend about 1 to 2 hours per house, depending on how indecisive I get, because I usually do like, oh, I'll just do this room like 6 by 10, and then the upstairs will be a different space, and then I make it larger, and then I make it smaller, and then I don't have enough room, so I make it larger, and then it's too much room, so I make it smaller, and I'm really good at this. The point is, it is really fun, and it's a good way to like, for $25 or whatever it was, to just, it's a fun way to spend your time, I think. Imagine you hire a contractor IRL to make you a house and they build you an office. I would cry. And that's what's so great about this game, is that they're happy no matter what. I hope you give that contractor more. You're right, DB. A water cooler and an espresso machine. That's on her. She wasn't clear. So when you're done, you just tell him you want to go back to your island, and that's where you go. I have completed all of Harv's Island as well. That's for another stream. But I've done everything that you can to a point in the upgrade and the expansion. And I'm progressing through kind of the storyline in the expansion, but I've really, really loved it. So I'm going to switch back to casual chat mode. Thanks so much for hanging out. I had so much fun, and I hope you did too. And if you do buy Animal Crossing or the expansion or whatever, I hope that I get a spiff from it. I won't. They don't know who I am, obviously. But as a 34-year-old white woman in their Target demo, they got me. You know what I mean? Animal Crossing New Horizons, Target, yoga pants. I don't really like pumpkin spice lattes, but if I did, like, I couldn't be stopped. You know what I mean? I love it. It makes me really happy. It's sweet. It's fun. My nephews love to play it, although they can't have their own because there are 3 of them, and only having one island, just a single player mode, would not go well for them. But I really love this game. I hope you do too. As I said, please join us over on Discord if you want to talk about Animal Crossing or Dungeons and Dragons and the other stuff that we're interested in, Bander, Hobbs, etc. Would love, love, love to hang out with you there. It's discord.gg/FryMinis. Links are all over in the descriptions. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I had so much fun. I've been talking to Eric about streaming this for a while, just to like see if anybody cares, and also because we have a YouTube channel. Why not? I'm going to use my powers for good. So we wanted to wait until we got past kind of the Strixhaven stuff, and had a chill Sunday evening at home, because life without kids or obligations is incredible. And I've just been delighted to be able to do this. So thank you. I had a really great time. So glad you were here. Hope you had a nice time too. Come talk to me about Animal Crossing on Discord, and I'll see you again very, very soon, I'm sure. Thanks so much. Have a good night. You're the best. I love you. Remember to live your full truth.